Welcome everybody to round 5 of the S1 European Supermoto Championship. After the summer break, the championship prepared itself for the grand finale in Italy. The last round of the thrilling 2018 championship takes a visit to the Italian Alps and the highest situated village in Italy, Sestriere. Formerly a host of the 2006 Winter Olympics, this picturesque venue will echo with the sound of the ultimate in supermoto machines across the race weekend. But what a better way to go and view the circuit if we go on board with Gabriele Gianola on the JRT Honda and Edgardo Barella on the SWM factory bike. So we're away from the start. Long sweeping left-hander. Very hard on the brakes then as we then sweep to the right. Circuit gets really tight here. And we're going to head up now towards a gravel section. Past the Alpine Chalets, left, right. Now onto this gravel section. We'll note on the circuit here that there are no jumps this weekend. Lots of stones flicking up there as we go back onto the tarmac. Now to a right-hander dropping down to the right onto a grass and dirt section. Short lap here at Sestriere. Just under a minute. Sweeping left, again, now hard on the brakes for a bale chicane. And as we come into one of the main spectator areas, left, right, flick again. So a right-hander. And that is a lap of the circuit here at Sestriere. Entering the final round here in Italy, Pavel Kamar retained a 15-point lead over factory TM rider Thomas Sestriere. Sestriere closed the gap down for the lead of the championship by winning in Greece. Third place Phoenix Racing's Marcus Klass, though, is hot on the heels in third position. Saturday qualifying would see Klass take pole position by just over 100th of a second from Thomas Sestriere. So the lineup would be Klass, Sestriere, Bernard, Cousin, San Martin and Fath. We get race 1 underway. We go on board with Bernard there on third position on the front row as we see Fath coming through. They thunder into that first left-hander. On board with Fath, we have Klass and Herminen in front. Over that gravel section, right, left. We're going to now join the tarmac section again before the right-hander. So, Cousin there makes a move on 98. So we're back on board in 6th position, but out in front, it's Sestriere and Klass. Look at Klass there, really chasing these points this weekend. So they've opened up quite a gap already. So as the leaders go through with Sestriere, Klass, the chasing pack then of Herminen, Cousin, Fath, Bernard and Xaviers. As we go on board now with Fath, and in front of him we have some overtaking manoeuvres on that real slippery section as well there. He's in third position. Back in 9th, we have the championship leader, Kamar, right down the field. Kamar's really going to have to push on there as we go on board with Fath and the fight with Herminen for 4th position. So 4th, it's Fath. Herminen, Bernard and Xaviers in 7th. So Bernard makes a move there on Hermanen to take that 5th position. I think Hermanen had a little bit of a problem with his bike there. 131 Hermanen. Very tight. There with one of the most beautiful backdrops we've seen out of the whole championship. Kmar still down the back of that field. Wow, letting Sestriere and Class open up an enormous gap at the front. And I don't think it'll be long before they're catching back, Margus. Oh, look like Xavier's gone down there. So Xavier takes a fall, but everything looks fine. Just the bent handguard, jumps back on, and off we go again. But out in front, it's still Sestriere and Class as the checkered flag comes out for the conclusion of race 1, with Sestriere taking the win. So the final positions there as Hermanen comes along there to congratulate Sestriere. It's Sestriere from Class, Cousin, Fath and Bernard rounding out top 5. There have been some great battles going on also outside of the top 3, and for 4th and 5th positions respectively, the one between Milan Sicilianski and Diego Monticelli. We managed to catch a few words with them here in Italy on their thoughts on the championship.
So this weekend we have the last European Championship. Now I stay on the 4th position in front of Diego Monticelli. He's really close, just 3 or 4 points, so it will be difficult.
Very tough, difficult circuit. After a long time we come back to the city track with all its tricks. Bells of straw and fans everywhere. However, I've had a good practice time and I'm confident for the race.
It's quite hard for me, I'm kind of scared, but let's see what happens in the race.
Actually, I'm 5th in the championship, but very close to the 3rd place. So I'll do my best to catch the podium at the end of this championship. We get the final race of the 2018 European Championship underway. And it's Sestriere that takes the whole shot into the first corner as we go on board with Fath in 4th position. So Sestriere and Class out in front already. Bit of a repeat from race 1. But Kmar, where's Kmar? Kmar's right back down in 10th position. So a lot to do for Kmar to regain some of these championship points. On board with Fath as he overtakes Bernard. And Class on the Phoenix Racing Husqvarna takes the lead from Sestriere. So Class really pushing on hard now to take these championship points. As we look at Sestriere goes wide. Sestriere, has he made a mistake, or is there a problem with the bike? It's Class right out in front now. Hermanen down in 6th position. And S1EC there in 11th. Sestriere now being overtaken by Cousin. So losing out on some points here now, Sestriere. That bike doesn't look to be on full throttle as normal when Sestriere's riding. Kmart and Sestriere. Kmart catching the back of Filippetti there. Oh, is Kmart now moving up the field, or is he still having those difficulties? All to play for here in Sestriere. The battle for sixth position. St Martin and Xavier's there. Class way out in front though now, with no sort of difficulties at all being encountered. A smooth ride here from Class. And Sestriere seems to have picked up the pace again now, so was that an intermittent problem with the TM? Packed crowd here in Italy. Beautiful scenery. What a great circuit to watch Supermoto from as we join yet again out in front. Sestriere's made up one position, so the bike must be running again as we see a yellow flag on board with Fath. As we come round though, and it is Class that takes the checkered flag here in Sestriere in race 2. The checkered flag there was already prepared for the S1 European Supermoto Champion of 2018, Thomas Sestriere, as Pavel Kmart gives congratulations. But the standings after Sestriere round, it's Marcus Class, Thomas Sestriere, Laurent Fath and Bernard in 4th. So, Sestriere there doing a celebration burnout to the packed crowd here in Italy. As we see Marcus Class take the top step for round 5 of the European Supermoto Championship. And he is handed the winner's trophy from Gianni Bonset, the Deputy Mayor and Sports Council member. And Rodrigo Castro, the FIM Europe Jury President, hands the gold plate to Thomas Sestriere. The crowd have certainly been entertained this weekend at this challenging and very different circuit here in Italy. But the S1 Championship podium for medals, the first place goes to Thomas Sestriere.
I'm very happy because it was a very difficult weekend. I was second when I come here for the last round, and take the title was not possible for me. And at the end, I take the title, and I'm very happy. And I just want to thank to all the team, the crew, and see you to some days in for the Supermoto next year.
What a thrilling year of Supermoto action, unforgettable, and a fight for the lead going right down to the last round. Just between 3 riders really, but it was Sestriere that takes the title, from Pavel Kmart and Marcus Class, only being split by 1 point between second and third positions. More action to come though in Spain at the Supermoto of Nations on the 30th of September, so why not join us then? As we see Thomas Sestriere riding off into the distance now to join Team France, who will be one of the leading teams at Supermoto of Nations.